Warning! The following video is over-exaggerated. Most opinions shared aren't accurate to my true thoughts and feels. And yes, I know Luigi is the true god in this game. Herdader. I know this will be controversial, but the controls are garbage, okay? Moving in a three-dimensional game with a D-pad just doesn't work. They should have remade this on the 3DS. And you can only run if you hold a button, which also feels quite awkward since in the original, you just go fast right away. But no worries, if you don't like the controls, you can always just move around with the touchscreen. Apparently people actually adjusted to this control scheme. Props to them. The voice clips sound pretty awful and compressed. I was never able to play the versus mode online. It could only be played locally. They put in all this effort to add in new characters, but left out our boy Waluigi. I mean, come on, this white door looks out of place. I mean, really, where is the waifu? I mean, come on, look at Wario. He's all alone. Aww. Some of the minigames are so stupid. Like, why is Yoshi sitting on some rock picking apart the petals of a flower? Or what about this psychic card game? This would be perfectly functional without the touchscreen. Let's face it, the wanted minigame is impossible to lose. One time I played for like 2 hours straight and stopped just because I got bored. It sucks when you're rolling the snowball down the hill and it gets stopped by a rock or penguin. And don't even get me started on Mix-a-Mug. Matching up faces from slots is never a fun time. It's so stupid that Mario is the only character that can wall jump. Like, what kind of sense does that make? Wall jumping should be a basic move that everyone has since it's used in like a million scenarios. Nobody even likes playing as Wario. He only exists so you can break the black bricks and that's it. Luigi is OP as hell. I can't tell you how many stars I've managed to get just by using his backflip. Let's have some fun and see how easily Luigi breaks the game. Oh, what's this? Mario's super wall kick? More like Luigi's super backflip, haha! Or what about this giant snowman? Oh, he wants to blow me off the track. How about, nope son, I can just fly over. Or wait, what about, blast to the lonely mushroom? You know, that's funny, I think there's a typo in that because it's supposed to say backflip to the lonely mushroom. Yeah, like seriously, I could just go on all day, but my lunch hour is in 10 minutes, so, you know. What's this? 3 file selects? There's supposed to be 4 like the original game. This is breaking tradition. The idea of turning into other characters by putting on the caps is cool, but wouldn't it have been so much nicer and more efficient to just push a button to swap out characters? But hey, I'm pretty sure this game kind of inspired the main gimmick of Mario Odyssey, so there's that. There's still a lot of issues this remake didn't fix from the original game. One of the biggest being that when you grab a star, you're sent all the way back to Peach's castle when it would have been nice to just continue after grabbing it. It's cool that this game added new stars to each course, but most of them are just silver stars or the time switch stars. There's barely any other variety outside of that. I can't do BLJs anymore. Like, come on, I want to take on Final Bowser early. The power-up system is kind of confusing. Sometimes breaking open the box lets Mario fly, and sometimes it's an exclusive power-up. Why didn't they use a separate colored box for flying and just let every character fly? Holy crap, this penguin put on some weight. I don't really know why this happens after beating the game. It just does? Why don't these walls in Whomp's Fortress have cute little eyes anymore? And why would they change the beautiful blue thwomps? The redesigns just don't look right. They aren't thick enough, if you know what I mean. The only thing I think of when using a super mushroom is, oh, I'm playing on nuke mode. That's cool. You think you guys are maybe a little excessive with the bunnies? I mean, geez, I gotta collect like 3 million. And it's the only way to unlock the minigames. You have to randomly find and catch the glowing bunnies, so good luck with that. It's strange how some of the worlds let you move the camera freely, while in others you only move in increments. The inconsistency isn't a deal breaker, but it's off-putting when you play a stage that doesn't have a fluid camera. While the graphics certainly look a bit better, there's a lot of places where you can see the pixels. I really like that old mission where you had to use the invisible metal cap to get this star, but now you just use the invisible cap and it's not nearly as nifty. Yoshi can't break the orange bricks or even ground pound booze. I don't see the reasoning, but okay. If you really look at the coins, they aren't shaped in perfect circles. It's more like an octagon. Come on now, I need my smoothness. It's way harder to control tox boxes in this game. You can't really pull back to slow them down. When you're trying to save your bro Luigi, but go through the wrong door and get sent all the way back to the beginning. They made the chest easier in Dire Dire Docks for seemingly no reason. You have to open 3 of them instead of 4. And this pole jumping segment got pretty darn simplified too. It's not even difficult. I mean, you can aim where you jump. Like, what was the point of this? When walking through the toxic gas, you get stunned in place, which can get really annoying. In the original, you just took damage and moved on with your life. There's almost no new music in this game. Once again, songs are repeated in levels over and over. You would think with this remake we wouldn't have to fight Bowser 3 times, or King Boo, or the Big Bully, but we're still condemned to what's essentially filler stars. I wish I could jump into this painting. Like, it looks so cool, like, just come on! I really love the new stages, but I wish they had more depth, and I wish there were a couple more of them too. I like how the monkey tries to convince me to pick him up. Like, what, you didn't think I'd learn from the original game? Going to the roof isn't as special anymore. You don't get 100 lives for Yoshi, and you don't get an enhanced triple jump. You know, I feel kind of bad for the Wiggler. We basically just flooded his house, and now Mario is gonna step on him until he gives up a star. Kind of a dick move, man. Tick-Tock Clock is still annoying to climb up. Flying with the wing cap is now even harder to control thanks to the D-pad. And Rainbow Road is still the ugliest course. They could have redesigned it and gave it a facelift, but nope. It's just untextured blocks again. And it still takes like 10 years to get up this giant castle. Maybe they could have added like an obstacle course or something to climb up it. Like, anything's better than just waiting on the carpet. Why am I only allowed to fight the final Bowser as Mario? I can understand not being able to use Yoshi, but what's wrong with Luigi or Wario? Bowser is no longer Rainbow in the final fight. He's just generic looking Bowser. It's quite sad. Whoa.